Hello and welcome to Mini Course, your gateway to bite-sized learning. Today's lesson is all about the conceptual framework. We'll talk about its definition and the steps in constructing the conceptual framework. Let's get started. What is a conceptual framework? A conceptual framework is the foundation and the basic structure outlining how the proposed answer to the problem will proceed and be achieved. It is the skeleton that interconnects and directs the activities, the analyses, the conclusions, the recommendations, and all the other essential parts of the study. The conceptual framework contains and presents the variables sought, their sequential or precedent flow, their relationships sought to be tested, and the tools required to be able to analyze the values that the variables may generate and test the hypothesized relationship between the variables. Here are the steps in preparing the conceptual framework. 1. Identification of the variables. 2. Determination of the sequential or precedent flow of the variables. 3. Determination of the relationship between the variables that must be tested. 4. Identification of the tools required to analyze the values or attributes that will fit the variables and test the relationship. 5. Drawing the diagram or paradigm that will project the visual presentation of steps 1 to 4 and the feedback mechanism. 6. Organizing the textual description or explanation of the diagram. The conceptual framework becomes the central theme, the focus, the main thrust of the study. It serves as a guide in conducting the investigation. Briefly stated, as an example, the conceptual framework for the training of business can be: the effectiveness of a business instructional program depends upon the qualifications of the teachers, the effectiveness of their methods and strategies of teaching, the adequacy of facilities, the adequacy of supervisory assistance, and the elimination of problems hampering the progress. Have a look at the illustration. Using the CIPP model: context, input, process, output. A brief explanation or discussion of the figure completes the conceptual framework. The student must take note that there is no hard rule dictating the shape of the figures that enclose the variables. A student can choose any shape: circle, square, rectangle, triangle, hexagon, pentagon, etc., for as long as he can justify his choice. There is also no hard rule that imposes the positioning of the diagram: vertical, horizontal, diagonal, winding, etc., for as long as the student can support his stand. This ends our lesson for today. I hope this information helps you in your research journey. Hit subscribe, like, and share the video, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you for taking the time to learn with us in our mini course, your gateway to bite-sized learning.